Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nivin, and in today's video we have a reading vlog which I'm so excited about. I'm gonna start showing you the lineup. I have three books that I'm gonna be reading for sure, and then I have a fourth one that's a maybe. So yeah, let's start with the books. The first book that I have is Verity by Colleen Hoover. I have three Colleen Hoover books that I own that I haven't read, and she's not the best writer, but her writing is pretty digestible. And this book, they have been on my TBR for 2 years at this point, so I have to read them. I want to get through them. So in this book, we have our female main character named Lowen. She's a writer. She's contacted by a publisher that wants her to co-write a series of books by an author named, what's her name? Verity, of course, by an author named Verity. So Verity has a deal with this publisher for a 9-book series, and she's currently written 6 out of those 9 books. But she was in a car accident, so she's not capable of writing the last 3 books of the series, and they're like best-selling books. So they contact Lowen to have her finish the series, and she decides she's gonna accept the offer because she really needs the money. So she accepts, and she has to go to Verity's house because she's gonna have to go through all her manuscripts and things like that to get the inspiration she needs for writing the books. So I'm 90, let me check, but I'm pretty sure I'm like, yeah, 90 pages into the book, and I'm really enjoying it. Colleen Hoover's writing, it's pretty digestible and it's really easy to go through. So yeah, I'm flying through it. The thing I'm not really sure that I like about this book is that there's a weird tension between Lowen and Jeremy, which is Verity's husband. First of all, their family situation is it's really tragic because months before Verity had the car accident, their twin daughters died. And it wasn't like they died both at the same time. They died like a couple months apart from each other, and then Verity had the accident. Lowen and Jeremy have this weird tension between them, and I'm not comfortable with that because Verity, she's at the house, and so is their son. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with Lowen and Jeremy. I hope nothing happens because he's a married man and his wife is there in the house. But yeah, so that's the first book. The next book we have is Assistant to the Villain. So if you've seen my last video, if you've seen me hold this book, and this is described as a laugh out loud fantasy romance. So I'm guessing it's like if a fantasy and a rom-com had a baby, this would be it. And it's pretty short. It's like barely 300 pages. So yeah, I think I can fly through it pretty quickly. I'm really excited about it. And the last book that we have is, oh my god, I almost dropped it. So the last book that we have is Apprentice to the Villain, which is the second book in this series. I don't know if it's more than 2 books. I only have 2. I bought them at the same time. So I want to read those 3 books, and then I have my Kindle, and in my Kindle I have Keeping, let me check, because it's, I don't know what's the name of the first book in the series, the Boys of Tommen series. So I have the first book, which is Binding 13, and then I have Darling Venom. So Binding 13, it's like a 600-page book. I'm not gonna be able to finish that on top of those 3 books. So I'm thinking about maybe reading Darling Venom because I've heard really good reviews about it, and I have it. I haven't read it. Well, I have it. It's on Kindle Unlimited. And I haven't read it, so I was like, why not? So yeah, those are the books that we're gonna be reading for today's video. It's the next day. I didn't really do anything yesterday. I didn't do any reading or anything, so I have no updates from yesterday, but I have been reading today, and I was going to wait for a little bit longer to make my update, but I have to talk about this with someone because what am I reading? So, I don't think I talked about this when I told you guys kind of the synopsis of the book. But Lowen, while she was at Verity's office, she found like a manuscript for a memoir. I think it's a memoir. I don't know. What's the difference? Whatever, we're gonna call it a memoir. It's either a memoir or a biography. But I don't know the difference. So yeah, it's gonna be a memoir. So yeah, she finds the manuscript and she starts reading it. And at first, it was, I would say, her and Jeremy's relationship, it was intense, but it wasn't anything to raise alarms about. It was just intense. And then she finds out she is pregnant. And this is where things start to get weird because she's pregnant with twins. So Jeremy loves the kids more than he loves her. She resents he, she doesn't resent him for that. She resents the kids, the unborn kids for that. What? Shouldn't you want your husband to love your kids more than he loves you? I would want that. Like, why am I competing with my kids for my husband? It makes no freaking sense. Like, what? And not only that, but her trying to terminate that pregnancy because she wanted him to cry for her. Like, what? Like, Verity, are you okay? Do you need help? What is going on? Like, it's insane. Yeah. And then we have Lowen. Lowen, she is just trying to live her life. She starts seeing things. At first, she thinks she saw Verity move her head and look at her when she can't really move her body. Then she saw Crew, which is their only son. Well, the one that's still alive. Um, she saw him wave at the window, at Verity's window, and when she went to look at the window, Verity, of course, wasn't there. So we're having that element of mystery, which I'm really enjoying because I really wanna see what is going on. You know, what is Verity really like faking this sickness, and maybe she can do more things than she's letting on. I don't really feel 100% confident in Jeremy. He's been painted way too good for his own good by both women. So I don't really trust that. I don't really trust him because of that. And yeah, that's my update for right now. I'm gonna continue reading and I'll give you guys another update. Hello, guys, I'm back with another update. So, I am 222 pages into Verity by Colleen Hoover, and I'm starting to not like it as much as I was liking it in the first place. In the beginning, I'm starting to not like it as much as I was liking it in the beginning because it's kind of getting repetitive with the Lowen thinks she saw Verity move in some type of way, then she's doubting it, reading the manuscript, which, by the way, the manuscript is insane. The things, if it's true, which I think it is. I hope it's not, but I think it is. If it's true, the things Verity has done to her children, insane. Especially Harper. Like, what type of mother does that to their own kid? I have no words. And I remember seeing a while back something about being Team Verity or Team Lowen, and I didn't understand it because I didn't read the book. But it's like, how are you Team anyone? Because Verity, she's not a good mother, she's not a good human being. But then you have Lowen, who is with a married man because they end up kissing, and it's like, and if it would have been more than kissing hadn't she seen Verity, because apparently she saw Verity at the stairs of the house, and that's why she was like, stop, 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 I just saw your wife. But yeah, so I have like less than 100 pages left of the book, and I want to finish it. I just ordered something for to eat, and yeah, I'm gonna read while the food gets here, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from reading while I eat. But yeah, I have no words. Like, what? And I'm not enjoying it as much. It's just a little bit repetitive at this point. I just wanna get to the end and figure out if Verdi is um actually moving and she's just faking her injuries and why she's faking those injuries. And I want to see what happens with Jeremy, because up until this point he's been painted as this amazing guy, which, granted, he just cheated on his wife, on his paralyzed wife, might I add. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now. I come with another update, and this update is that I just finished reading Verity, and I have some thoughts about it. So, first of all, I didn't really like any of the characters. I didn't like Jeremy. As I said before, I found him way too good to be true. And some of the things he does later in the book are like, okay, maybe that's not the best solution, but things, I don't know. I don't like Lowen. I, how can I say this? Of course, I don't like that she's with a married man, she's hooking up with a married man, but that's not the worst part about her, in my opinion. The worst part about her is her constant doubting of herself and being like, am I crazy? Am I not crazy? Am I crazy? Am I not crazy? And it's like, okay, I kind of get it, but it reaches a point where it's kind of repetitive and it's annoying, because either you fully believe that she is faking her injuries or you don't, but you can't be going back and forth every single day. It's tiring, it's annoying, it's whatever. I don't like Verity because I don't know if I really believe that the manuscript was a lie, because there is a letter by Verity saying that the manuscript it's a lie, and how could Jeremy truly believe that about her after all those years they've been married and all of that. I don't know if I believe that the manuscript was a lie, but at the same time, what kind of sane person writes that days after her daughter drowns? Like, I don't know. And why would you write that? I don't care that it's an exercise. I'm gonna put the book down. I don't care that you're saying it's an exercise for writing and that your agent recommended it to you. Why would you could have written from a villain perspective in so many other ways without you kind of confessing to killing one of your daughters. and then driving your car into a tree. I don't know. I don't know what I think about her. I don't know if I believe her or if I don't. It's confusing. Okay. Sorry about that. My dad's texting me. But yeah, it's confusing. I don't know how I feel about her. As I've said about Jeremy, he was too good to be true. And then when he finds out that Verity is faking her injuries, his reaction to it is killing her and making Lowen an accomplice. Actually, not an accomplice because she was the mind behind the murder of Verity. She was the one with the idea of how to do it, and he just executed that idea. So they're both guilty, in my opinion. They're both killers, in my opinion. But yeah, I feel bad for Crew that he has to grow up with those two, and not only Crew, the kid, also the kid they're expecting because Lowen is pregnant with Jeremy's kid because why wouldn't she be? You know, why not? Um, but yeah, it's a 3 star for me. So the plot twist, they didn't really surprise me at all because I didn't really believe in the characters. I found them annoying. The I kind of knew what was gonna happen. I was surprised a little bit by the Verity's letter and her being like, "Oh, it's all a lie," blah blah blah. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting that, but I was expecting Jeremy killing her. I knew she was faking her injuries. I knew Lauren was gonna hook up with Jeremy. I wasn't really surprised by anything about the book. So yeah, I gave it a 3 star. Um because I kind of did enjoy it in the beginning. But it's an okay book. It's not bad enough for me to give it a 2 star, but it's not anything more than a 3. Like, it's an okay book. So, I come with some updates. I am 156 pages into Assistant to the Villain. I am enjoying the book. Right now, it's sitting at a 3 star because I feel like things are happening, but not enough things are happening. The pace is quite slow for me. Um, but yeah, I like Evie. She's fine, I guess. I kind of sympathize with her and her feeling responsible about her family and having to take care of them. I also like Tristan. Tristan is the villain. We now have a name for him. And I love Kingsley and his one word contribution and his one word contributions. They're usually quite spot on and quite funny. Something that I don't really like. One of the tropes that I don't really enjoy in books has happened, which is the miscommunication trope. And it has been resolved now, but I also don't like the way it has been resolved because it has ended with Evie saying sorry to Tristan when Tristan was the one in the wrong and he should have been the one saying sorry, not the other way around. So I don't like how that was taken care of. And what else? I'm trying to think about what else I can tell you guys, but when I tell you there's not much going on, there's literally not much going on apart from the main plot point right now is that there's someone trying to kill Tristan and we're trying to figure out who is the one trying to kill him. That's basically the whole plot. And there has been no progress in that regard. So I don't know who's trying to kill him. Anyone could be trying to kill him. He's the villain. He is the villain, but people don't know he is the villain. So I don't know who would want to try and kill him. Someone it should be someone that knows both of his identities. But yeah, because the people who know him as Tristan don't really know him as the villain. Although he has a little brother and a sister, I don't really know if the sister is older or younger than him, but he has siblings, which was like literally came out of the blue. In one chapter, we're introduced to the brother, and in the next one, we're introduced to the sister. And it's like, okay, so this is how we're gonna do it. Okay. So yeah, right now it's sitting at a 3 star for me because there's not much going on. I quite like the writing style. I like the characters. There's nothing that I don't like right now, but it's way like the pace is way too slow for me. And there's not like the stakes aren't high enough. If someone is actively trying to kill you, there should have been more than one attempt in 156 pages. So yeah, that's the update I have right now. I think I'm gonna stop reading for today and finish the book tomorrow. Also, I found the audiobook in Audible and I have been listening to it while I'm reading it, and I have to say that that has made my reading experience a lot better. So yeah, I'm gonna stop reading for today, continue tomorrow, finish it, and start Apprentice to the Villain. So I have finally finished Apprentice to the Villain. I say finally as if I've been reading this book for like 7 days. I only like I started it yesterday and I finished it today. So I only have been reading it for 2 days. But when I tell you it has been the longest 300 pages I have ever read because I did not care at all for what was going on in this book. Like, at all. I couldn't find it in me to care. I feel like it's been dragged for the sake of writing a series. It could have been done in one book, maybe two, if you really wanted to make two books about what is going on in here. You could have made it happen in two books. You don't need three or four for whatever is going on in here. I felt like there were things happening, but I felt like nothing was happening at the same time. Everything was being dragged so much. And not only was it being dragged, they would start with one mission and then get sidetracked and start another mission before finishing the first one in the first place. And they would get sidetracked with a second mission before finishing the first one. So that was kind of annoying. Um, I feel like they were always I don't know. I don't really want to say much about it because I don't really have much to say. At least compared to the first one, there were more things happening in this one. So in that regard, it was better, I think. Not by much, but by a little bit. Um so yeah, I would give this a 3 star, and then the first one a 2.75 star. That's my rating. I don't know why. It's just purely based off of vibes that I got from the book. From the books, I should say. Um but yeah, it wasn't good. It was really boring. And like I said, there was no world building. You just get thrown into this world with magic and magical creatures, and you're not explained anything about them. It's just like, well, this is that, this is magic, he has magic. You don't know why he has magic or how his magic works or whatever. Or someone is turned into a star and then brought back to life, which, okay, I guess it's something that happened. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I did not have a good time with this book, nor with the first one. But I don't wanna. They weren't written poorly or anything. It's just. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say apart from what I've already said. So that's all from me for today. And I'll see you guys in my next video.